Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Captain.
To throw, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. And back deep, Cooper Kupp. This is brought in at the 21. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
19, Charger, 19, here we go, start.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. This defense for the Broncos, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Running left is Walker. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Come on. Hit. 60 Bison. Hurt.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, maybe it's like my wedge. When you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
Bombers.
Throwing Nix. That's caught. It's a rookie from Alabama. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Derek Hall. The Broncos did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Zone read to give to Harvey. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down. They needed 4. He doubled down. He wound up getting 8.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down in the line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Daniel Bellinger, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Breaks through the contact. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Now this play was all about the eyes. As he rolled out to his right, he kept one eye downfield and one eye on what was in front of him, and he ended up picking up some pretty good yardage.
Now quickly here to Smith-Njigba. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Captain.
Nix to the air. And got his man complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Now a loose football, the ball comes out. The Broncos say they have it, they do. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Following the fumble recovery, Nix. That is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
To throw is Nix. A short throw to Ingram. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Mike 44. Captain. Ole. Bombers. Ole.
Looking to throw. Nix. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hold on, set. Ready.
They'll go play action with Nix. Will be hit and taken down at the 21. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hold on, set. Ready.
Working out of the gun is Nix. He finds his man complete. That's Mullins. They get 14 back, but it leads down to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Bombers.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
First down, Seattle.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that is caught downfield by Thomas. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Brian Thomas, 39 yards. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Nix from the shotgun. He'll try to pick it up himself. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Kupp now on the return. A minute 52 to play until halftime. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? 2nd and 2. That one complete downfield to Thomas. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
2nd and 10.
Come on. Six the Eagles. Don't switch. 18, 5 here. Let's go.
They'll look to throw again. Thomas brings it in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Number 34 now. Here's 1st and 10.
And the Seahawks.
19 tight. Ready?
Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Parks. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
They'll set up a throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. A 33-yarder from the left hash. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
10 yards on
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
To the right, yeah. Captain.
Operating from the gun, Nix. They'll swing this out to Harvey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Panther 11. Ready. Panther 60. Panther 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
He finds his man, complete. That's Mullins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Oh, I said. Ready.
Nick's going to give to Harvey.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, then they might get hit with a screen. Maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Oh, I said. Bombers. 44.
Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. A short throw to Ingram. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line. On 4th down.
Turnover on down.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a first down.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Nix.
He'll try and do this himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the first down on 3rd down.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Okay, ready? Ready?
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They're going to try and throw.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First down. A gain of 12. And the Seahawks first down.
Trying the left side with Walker.
The 20.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 84 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Charbonnet is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Liking it. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The Seahawks will line up for the
Push the
two-point
Eagles. Push
conversion.
the Eagles. Panther 11. Panther 11. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Seahawks 23.
5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. He gets this into the hands of Harvey.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up
Ball on the
2nd and
39. Here's 2nd and a yard.
39-yard line.
Over set. Ready. Right here.
They run straight ahead with Harvey.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Over set. Ready. Right here. To the right. Yep. Wait for it.
On the give, it's Harvey.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Nix.
He's got it at the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Courtland Sutton, 53 yards.
And the Broncos are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Broncos 35. Seahawks 23.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. drive, the Seahawks offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Looking long for Thomas.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Mustang 19, Viking 18, Buffalo 18.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Parks. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
18, run, 18, run.
Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, cut 19, cut 19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Again, he'll drop the throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle.
Brian Thomas,
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is,
and now some space to operate.
Still on his feet. Inside the 20.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
J.K. Dobbins,
73 yards.
And the Broncos add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here. They are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
it certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Now a run here off the RPO, and he'll keep it.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. They're going to look to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 18 runners.
They'll drop to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker.
15 yards.
And the Seahawks are back within a score.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
And they're going to get the two. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the fourth. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Harvey.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Bombers. Over set. Ready. Captain. Away.
To throw, here's Nix. Bellinger hauls it in out left side.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Over set.
Throwing Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
To throw is Nix. And this one too low.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Bombers.
Nix to the air.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
This is 1st and 10.
Bronco, 19 tight, 19 tight. Cut 19, cut 19.
They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
19, 18.
He'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing. Right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
And he's got room.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Here's first down. Nix from the shotgun.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Partner, you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Broncos, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.